there, I know. So do something you love before you go. Jump in the water, one last hurrah. Stay close to those who make you who you are. Life will surely pass us by. Storms and floods come like the tide. I'm ready to go, my friend, so climb aboard. Stick with me, we'll hit the water. Miami to the Bahamas. Who knows where this boat will take us? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not too damn bad for an old man, sailing on this sea the best I can. You keep me floating with your love. We don't need a roadmap for this one, no. Life will surely pass us by. Storms and floods come like the tide. I'm ready to go, my friend, so climb aboard. Stick with me, we'll hit the water. Miami to the Bahamas. Who knows where this boat will take us? Who knows where this boat will take us? Do something you love, do something you love, do something you love, do something you love. Life will surely pass us by. Storms and floods come like the tide. I'm ready to go, my friend, so climb aboard. Stick with me, we'll hit the water. Miami to the Bahamas. Who knows where this boat will take us? Whoa, who knows where this boat will take us?
Hello, my friends. Sailor Moai here. Yeah, I'm back at the house, back at the shop. I took off, come back to do a few things, get the house in order. And some stuff happened I wanted to cover. And, whew, boy. You noticed I lost the back deck. I couldn't, it just weighed too much for the back. Worms don't like weight out on the end of those canoes. That shape, that whole shape, you know, it diminishes as it goes to the fore and aft sections are really skinny, so there's not as much buoyancy at the ends as there are in it's the middle that will hold the weight. So I knew as soon as I got on it and put it in water, it was pretty low, but when I got the motor on and took off and looked back, I could tell that I set myself up to get swamped from the back if I ever got in something heavy. So it was no brainer, take it off. But anyway, that was the first thing that happened. Wasn't no problem. The next morning I got out there and took it apart a piece at a time and hauled it off the deck down the pier back to the truck. Got my son to haul it back home for me. So, yep, that was a big disappointment. I really loved having that real estate back there. And probably will go with a trampoline in the future. Just so, you know, it'd be lightweight and won't really make a big difference back there. But I need something else I want to talk about is D-rings. The threaded style D-rings that you has the nut. Let me find one, see if I got one laying around. Well, I don't have one handy, but I can show you what one used to look like. Went out, and it was a bad idea. As a small craft warning out that day, but you know, never do anything the easy way. So took off out there under full sail, and it was probably 25 to 30 knots, gust to 30 for sure, and possibly higher. I don't know exactly, but I don't have a wind speed indicator. So I knew there were white caps. It was moving, buddy. That wind was moving. But we took off and we left Washington. We're going to Bath, North Carolina, which is about 7 miles or so. And we sailed all the way down through there, and boy, it was putting a strain on that rig all the way. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of made me nervous, you know. And then we got down there and we decided it was so rough that we didn't want to go in and try to dock down in Bath. So we were just going to turn around and go back to our home base and dock up there. So when we turned around, we started back up. Wind was blowing in the right direction, so we could sail either direction equally fast. So that's why we went out, because I knew it would be great fun going both directions. And I think it was blowing from the south, and the Pamlico Sound, from the south, you can sail up or down the sound and the river in either direction. And it's awesome. You can go all over the place that day. But when we turned around, the D-rings have a threaded nut on one side. When we turned around, that put the D-ring on the windward side of the boat. And I wish I had this on film. I hate I didn't. The GoPro was there, and something's up with the SD card, and everything I had on there is just crap now. And didn't know it until I got back and there was nothing there to look at. But anyway, we're sailing along, getting ready to try to break that 8.7 record, see if we could knock it out again. And then this happened. That D-ring, it blew the nut out the side of this thing. I don't know where it went, but it went a long ways from where we were at. So the entire rig went slack. Front sail was all over the place. My buddy that was with me, it was me, my wife, and a good friend of mine on there. He jumped up, went to the front. I turned the boat into the wind. He went up there and started wrestling that thing, and it beat him to pieces, trying to get that sail down, while I was working on the main trying to get it down. So we lost our forestay in the middle, an hour from anywhere. We were a good hour from anywhere. So there we were. We just lost the forestay, and I don't know why I did it. I have a extra mounting hole on the front of the mast, and I was going to use in case I ever get a spinnaker. I could fly a spinnaker on this other mount. And I don't have one, so it was just a place there on the thing, and I happen to have 100 feet of Dyneema. So I tied it off on the top of the mast and ran one Dyneema to each front corner of the boat and tied it off on a cleat on either side. Just for the heck of it, I say if we ever have a stay, snap, or something goes wrong, I can move that rope around to any side of the boat I want and be able to save what rig I have left. And it was a good idea. I didn't know I was going to use it first time out. So Man, we panicked hard. And I'm telling you, if the Dyneema had not have been on there, we would have lost the mast. It would have been a bad day, really bad day. And I'd have been back on the hard. If nobody got hurt, I'd have been back on the hard, fixing everything that mast tore down on the way to the water. So, thank goodness for Dyneema. That stuff is stout, it's strong. It's as strong as the cables, I think. But it held that mast up there. And we had to motor back for an hour to get back to our dock. And Dyneema saved the day. And I'm serious, we would have lost that mast. We would have been demasted if it hadn't have been for that Dyneema being on there. It was a stroke of luck that I even thought of that before we went out. I'm always trying to think of something, anything. What if this happens? What if that happens? What am I gonna do? You know, I got people on this boat. I gotta get them back. So what am I gonna do if one of the shrouds breaks, if the forestay breaks, if you know, anything could happen. But I didn't count on that. That's crazy. That stainless steel is pretty. So I did away with all the D-rings, got rid of all of them. They're no longer used on that boat. I changed everything to clevises, and those front three that hold that forestay up are not stainless steel. I went with galvanized, and about 3 times the size that I had. And galvanized steel is stronger. Yeah, I'll have to replace it a lot. It's $20. $20 to never go through that again. That's cheap. That is cheap right there, man. And so that's where I'm at. I'm up here working on some stuff, yard work, and getting the house in order. And I'm gonna try to clean this shop up now that there's no boat in it. But I'll be back down this week, and I've already got the forestay repaired. It's back up. I need to tension it a little bit better. And I was so impressed with the performance of that Dyneema that I bought more Dyneema. I'm going to take the rope that I have. It's pre-stretched. Can't remember what it was. It's pre-stretched. Supposed to be really strong rope. But I'm changing the Dyneema on that front stay. It's impressive, the strength of that stuff. So, yeah, that's what I'll be doing when I go back down. I'm changing that out to Dyneema, tensioning it back up. I'm going to hit it again, see what we can find. I want to find these weak spots before I head down the coast and get in the big water. Because I'm not an ICW fan, never have been. I don't want to spend 4 months trying to get to Florida, so I'm going to hit the ocean. I'm going to go open water and get down there. And that'll probably be next season, January, February, somewhere in there, if we get a good warm spell where I can stand the temperatures to get down there. And try to get down as quick as I can so I can get some warm weather. But that's the plan. I'm gonna keep you guys posted best I can. It's tough. Cannot find the Wi-Fi down there. Saved my life. I hadn't tried the hot spots yet, but that's probably what I'm gonna have to end up having to do to get these things out. And I appreciate you guys following. And keep on liking, sharing, subscribing, comment below. If you've ever had any situations like that, I've already talked to one of my neighbors at the dock. He said he lost his forestay at the beginning of a race. They were coming up to the start, and it snapped. And they saved it with a halyard. He tensioned a halyard up on the front and saved the mast, but they had to retreat back to the docks and get that fixed. And I think that was like a 35-foot monohull that they were on. But yeah, and I had two of my neighbors said that, man, go with galvanized. It ain't pretty and it'll rust, but you can change them a lot and they're cheap and they're way stronger than stainless. Stainless is tough, but it bends easy. And that just blew my mind. And this is what they called for in the plans when they were putting the boat together. Use D-ring. So that's what I used. And boy, it blew that. I know. 25, 30 knots of full sail is not a smart thing to do. I know, but that's the way I am. I push things a little too hard, a little too fast. But I'm glad that I found this now. And everything is okay. We got out easy this time. And so I'm making changes so this never happens again. So don't use D-rings. At least use clevises. And I have them all safety wired too. I put the clevises on and safety wired them so they won't come undone. So, yep, that's the way to go. So yeah, if y'all have had any experience with this, with tightening down these stays and stuff, and things breaking, comment below. Tell me what you did, how you got out of it. What else do I need to look for? But I hope that's it. I went heavy duty on everything. My cable is double the size that they called for. I went overboard with everything. I think overboard is underrated sometimes. So, especially when it's holding a 28-foot pole up in the air with sails on it. So yeah, let me know what y'all did, or if you have any experience with it. We're all good. We all made it back. Everybody's cool. We had some laundry to do when we got back, but other than that, we were fine. And yeah, I can't wait to get out there again and see what else I can do. Good or bad. It might get ugly. I don't know. But all right, guys, do something you love.